How are you, Terrell?
Terrell.
What?
Terrell.
I told him that, see?
Yeah, all right.
Of
course.
So they sent you to the wrong address?
Yeah.
Jesus. Some organization we got here.
That's all right. What is it you're most sick of talking about? Because I know you probably get a lot of the interview questions, so we won't. What are you most sick of the dumb reporters asking you about?
Right now?
Yeah, just in general, like what you've been dealing with for the last... Yeah, since you've been doing this. Promotion.
Not much. Everything's been pretty cool so far. You know, I think the best thing that I've been talking about this morning is really the Alzheimer's Association champion thing that I'm part of this year.
What made you get involved with it? Is it just something you wanted to do because you want to do a charity, or is somebody like close to you affected with it, or what made you get involved?
My grandmother. My grandmother. I was raised by her, and you know, she's been very dear and you know, to my heart. And so you know, once she got diagnosed with the disease, it was pretty much a no-brainer, you know, for me to kind of get involved with the Alzheimer's Association, and I got involved when I was in San Francisco and basically everywhere that I've been.
So are people surprised to kind of see this side of you? Because let's be honest, on the field, you're not. What are you guys doing?
Getting the mic closer.
You didn't hear him. Okay. Well, you can signal. You guys can't see, but Terrell is talking, and we got Stunt Brain is kneeling and pushing the thing in, and Steve's got his big greasy hands in the poor man's face.
Not greasy.
I know,
Just making sure people hear him, that's all.
It's like the Penske crew.
No, but instead of just saying, move your mic in, they're like, oh, we'll do it.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, on the field, obviously, you're not the same guy that you are.
Well, I mean, for me, it's not a big deal about, you know, me trying to, you know, make people see who I am on the inside. Only I know who I am, you know, as a person, versus the portrayal of me. Obviously, when I'm on the football field, that's my job. That's what I do. I bring the passion to the game, and you know, that's what allows me to be able to produce and do the things that I do on the football field. Aside from that, you know, my personality, I'm pretty laid back. And, you know, I am a caring, I am a genuine person, you know, despite, you know, what people hear about me.
Do you plan on doing, because some of the things you do are really funny. I mean, like, you know, like mocking the Patriots, holding up the football as a camera. I mean, there's some great stuff you've done just to really irritate the other team.
Well, you know, I just try to be creative, man, just to have fun with the game of football. I think a lot of guys and a lot of fans out there, you know, they enjoy and they like what I do, and it's not offensive, you know, by any means. And, you know, I just try to go out there and just have fun and entertain the fans at the same time.
How much have you paid in fines over the years?
I don't know. I haven't really.
Are you afraid to add it up? Like, you let them deal with it?
No.
I don't want to know.
You know, it is what it is. I think even though you know, we get fined, I think they use the money you know, to go to, you know, different and various charities, you know, that they, you know, put it towards.
But they should allow all that stuff to happen. I love you know, seeing you guys get creative out there.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think, you know, not only just myself, you know, Chad Johnson, a good friend of mine, and, you know, he brings another element and, you know, to the excitement of the game. And so, you know, I think, you know, long as it's not offensive, you know, towards anybody, or they should just let us go out there and have fun. But I mean, I think they're trying to, you know, take away from the fun of the game a little bit. But other than that, you still try to find creative ways to do it.
Do you have animosity towards, like, the Philly fans? Because I mean, there was all this weird stuff that went on in Philadelphia, and obviously the Donovan McNabb comments. And I mean, do you really resent Philly, or do you have nice memories of it? Or
No, I have no ill feelings toward Philly fans at all. I just think they were misled, you know, with a lot of leaks and sources as far as really what happened during that situation and my transition from, you know, from Philly to leading to me to where I am now with the Dallas Cowboys. So, you know, with that being said, you know, I really I'm very comfortable with where I am. I'm very comfortable in how things panned out. Obviously, would I have liked to have stayed there? Sure, but under you know, some circumstances, it didn't allow that.
Terrell, did the Cowboys and Jerry Jones, did he, when you first got there, did he say, look, you're not going to pull any of that crap that you did in Philly?
No.
He didn't give you like a lecture and say you got to change your behavior? Or
No, not at all.
Nothing like that?
It was nothing, anything like that. We haven't even had a conversation like that. And I think, Jerry did his homework as far as, who I am as a person through people that he knows that knows me, and even some college guys, coaches, and even some NFL coaches that know me on a personal level. So he did his homework as far as background check and all that stuff, regardless of what was said and who was saying it. Other than that, like I said, I know who I am and I know what happened, with the things that happened in Philly. And I think some of the fans really, they just got misled with some of the information.
So does Donovan, you and McNabb have any kind of relationship or not at all?
No, man, we're friends, and I've moved on, and I'm sure he has, and I have a job, with the Dallas Cowboys, just like he has a job to do with the Philadelphia Eagles. It was a situation that a bad situation that happened, and probably honestly, if there were some things that I probably could have done differently, then yeah. But at this point, it is what it is. It's it's in the back of my mind now.
Who would you say? I know there was one time I think you were celebrating when you were with San Francisco. You were out in midfield in Dallas, and I think George Teague came and gave you kind of a shot just for. I think that's who it was.
Yeah.
Who gave you? Would you say in your career the hardest shot you've taken?
I've taken a lot of shots, and watching from the sidelines or watching on TV, they're brutal shots. But I've kept myself in great shape. I've always kind of just bounced back and bounced up, from the hard hits. But I right now I just can't think of one hard shot. Maybe it's because of the hard hits.
That's the ones you forget real quick.
You're like, wow, who's that guy getting killed? Oh, that's me. I've been working out, and
I can tell.
I appreciate that. He means that.
Yeah.
My abs, though. What should I do for my abs? Because I'm really having a problem.
Stop eating cake.
Yeah, that's one thing. A lot of people don't know. You should try this guy's his breakfast right here. He has a bowl of cantaloupes.
That's it. It's all I eat.
If you saw what he drank, it's like a bowl of cantaloupe and then vodka until tomorrow morning.
That'll keep you ripped.
Yeah, it's all
Those
about
ab muscles in shape as you're puking the alcohol out every morning.
It's all about dieting, and I learned a lot, since my fourth year in the league. And that's when I obtained my trainer, who's in Atlanta. And so I've maintained a good lifestyle, and obviously I've kept myself in great shape over the years, and obviously a big key element is just the way I train. And last year I launched my own little workout gym, and you can find out a lot of information about it on tobands.com. And I use a lot of resistant bands, now for the last year and a half, as well as a lot of dumbbells and free weights. But this year, I feel like I'm really like in the best shape of my life, and it's due to the different things that I do as far as my workout regimen.
You like being with Dallas? Would you say more than San Francisco? That's kind of an awkward question because you're playing for them now. But as an organization, how do they compare to San Francisco and Philadelphia?
Well, I think my first year with the San Francisco 49ers, I think everyone knows the tradition there that Eddie DeBartolo and that camp provided. But I really never got a chance to really, benefit from it, because I was there that 1 year, and then there were some things that kind of happened with that situation. So
with the Playboy interview?
No, I don't know anything about that. But it was sort of like a changing of the guard. So everything kind of just changed, and it wasn't the same. And now I'm with the Dallas Cowboys, and obviously, tradition has, you don't have to say and speak too much about the Dallas Cowboys. We're America's team. They're probably like the most watched team across the country. So just being with Jerry Jones and it's phenomenal. I just knowing the tradition and the history there. You got Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin, and a number of other guys. Just to be part of that is something special.
How do you feel about Pac-Man maybe being a new teammate?
Well, I mean, we're just waiting right now for reinstatement, and he's going to be a great addition to our defensive backfield. And obviously, with his return skills, definitely going to help us, with our special teams play. So we're just looking forward to him being on the field and making plays, and for all that to happen, we're waiting for the reinstatement.
How about off the field, his antics? Do they bother you at all, his past behavior?
Well, I think with the year off that he's had, I think that really has put a lot of things in perspective, as far as his life and his career. So I'm pretty sure, he's going to probably curb a lot of things that he's done and will do in the future.
Is there anybody that Jerry Jones won't sign?
Probably not.
That's an honest answer, at least.
Yeah.
You know what? Jerry's he's a guy that he's just talking to him personally. He's gone through some hardships, and he has really just sat down and talked to me about how he got to be where he is, and it wasn't an easy road, and it was all about somebody giving him a chance. And so I think with his life experiences, he's more apt to give somebody a chance that nobody else would.
Yeah.
And that's all about life and what you've learned about life.
They hated him in Dallas too when he first came because he gave Landry the boot.
Yeah.
I think there was like 1 year left on his contract.
That's
He was
right.
like, just take your hat and hit the brick, stupid.
Scram.
And I kind of felt Jimmy Johnson should have stayed longer. I wish he had kind of, after they won 2 back-to-back Super Bowls and then Johnson kind of left to go, play with the awful Dolphins. I think he just wanted to get away from Jerry Jones. But, all right, whatever.
But I like that he brought Barry Switzer in, too, who I always like from
Anybody
Oklahoma.
Anybody who brings a pistol to the airport, you have to be happy with that.
That's what I'm saying. He was kind of a tough guy.
When you were with Philadelphia, there's got to be a thing with you in Philly because you wore an Irvin jersey. He put on a Michael Irvin jersey and went out in public. That's got to be like, you couldn't have made Philadelphia people madder if you just put 2 big middle fingers on a hat and walked to Veterans Stadium. They really gave you a lot of crap for that.
Well, it was really just me just showing support, and I've always, since I've been in San Francisco, I watched Michael from afar and, across the sidelines. So, for me, it was no big deal. It doesn't matter, what I wear. I could have worn a dress, it would have been something said about that. The thing that really matters is what I do on the football field.
Well, Philadelphia, let's be honest, we're syndicated. We love Philadelphia, but they're the worst people alive. We have to admit that. They're our fans. They are the worst people alive.
Well,
and they know they are. They're terrible people.
Well, the thing is, they love you, and they love you, and they hate you at the same time.
Yeah.
And when I was there, there was a lot of love, and then when I left, I know there was a lot of hate. And when I came back to the stadium, there was a lot of boos. And I explained to a lot of people. They asked me, did it bother me? I'm like, no, not really, because I think some people really got what happened and what went on. And, and I tell people there was a lot of love in those boos that I received.
Veterans Stadium has a jail in it. It's like playing football in southern Iraq. Why would anybody want to be involved with Veterans Stadium? You're probably very happy to be away from Philadelphia. And again, we love people from Philadelphia, but they're just awful.
I enjoyed.
Are you getting the message?
I enjoyed feeling when I was there, and I honestly I have nothing bad to say about the city of Philadelphia. It was just a situation with management where we didn't see eye to eye, and they stood their ground, I stood my ground, and so it was a situation where I don't think we could have coexisted. I felt like I put my career on the line, and once there were talks and leaks of me trying to demand a new contract that was totally untrue, and that's what I think kind of got probably the city on the bad side. And so like I said, I knew what was going on, and when they released those comments and those speculations, it was just totally untrue.
Do you think that they just wanted you? To leave. Was this like this is after the McNabb thing when they kind of they suspended you for 4 games, and what did they just sat you for the rest of the season?
No, I think it was just they just wanted to put me in a bad position in the public eye, and they accomplished that goal, and and I found myself really trying to really defend myself in a lot of ways, and so once they got misinformed about what was going on, then it was just I was fighting an uphill battle. But other than that, they tried to find they tried to compound a lot of things, and they tried to find everything and bring up everything to try to, make me look bad in a sense. And, obviously, in my contract, there were certain things that I did or whatnot, if I was suspended for like one or more games, then, I had to, give back my signing bonus. And initially I was only suspended, I wasn't even really suspended. I was just it wasn't a suspension. It was just me sitting out a game. That's not considered a suspension. And so they put their two heads together and they tried to figure out some things to try to make that thing happen. And so it happened. And
did they get the signing bonus back?
Well, yeah, I think there was a situation where I have to, repay a portion of that back, and I have no problem with that. Like I said, I'm in a better situation now. I'm with the team, and I'm with a gracious owner who really gave me my market value and what I deserve, and that's all I ever wanted.
Do you get a little emotional after last year's game? Right? I mean, was it the press, the way they were treating this situation, or what was it that got to you at the end?
Yeah,
of the loss?
I think so. It was more, a way they were trying to make more out of a situation than it really needed to be. And obviously, Tony's personal life is his personal life, and if somebody I'm pretty sure if your boss gave you a break and told you to go do whatever, then I'm pretty sure you go to Tahiti or whatever, or Bahamas,
Brazil.
With Jessica, I'd go to Newark.
Exactly. So I mean, he did what he did in his off time, and I think everybody made too much of that off time that he had, regardless of what time it was during the course of the season. It could have been in the beginning of the season or the middle of the season. I don't think what he did with his girlfriend, as far as taking time off and relaxing, getting away from football, had anything to do with the way we played that day.
So sorry, Jim. Those tears you were crying were legitimate tears.
I mean, I don't know what was fake about him. I mean, I didn't have any. I don't know. I know in the movies, I don't know what they they put some things in your eyes to make you cry. But I think that's just me as a person, really caring about my teammate. And Tony and we established a friendship, before we even had the starting job. So I consider him a good friend, and really, he's like a brother to me.
Let me ask you, because I've been a Cowboy fan for many years. It was very difficult to root for the Giants this year in the Super Bowl. But how nice was it to see the look on Brady's stupid face?
Bite your tongue, you son of a bitch.
I forgot you're from Boston. But how nice was it just to see them going down the toilet without that undefeated record? Wasn't that, come on, that had
Honestly,
to be wonderful.
I didn't even watch the game.
You didn't?
You didn't watch the Super Bowl?
I didn't even watch it.
See that?
I was on a date. I went to the movies. I saw the bucket list.
Wow.
Oh, my God. He saw the Super Bowl.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
You probably had like 30 seats to yourself. I thought there was a lot of people on the bucket list.
Yeah.
Terrell, let me ask you a question. As far as Spygate goes, do you feel like you were gypped out of a Super Bowl ring?
You know what?
How do you feel about that?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Like they say, where there's smoke, there's a fire. And so obviously there was something, there has been something to it. So, they say sometimes, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
I want to go back to the Super Bowl. Why wouldn't you watch the Super Bowl? That's really interesting.
I don't know. It was the first one probably that I haven't watched. I just didn't really have a desire to watch it, and I think especially just the way our season ended. I just wasn't. I was kind of anti-football for a minute. I probably still going through my little phase of really just trying to get over the loss. And so I just.
More importantly, how was the bucket list?
We didn't see it.
Was it all right?
It was a good movie. Obviously, you got two great actors in that: Morgan Freeman, Jack Nicholson, and and I had a pretty fine date.
How'd the date work out?
Yeah.
Better?
It was good.
Is it all right?
Yeah.
All right.
Lots of popcorn.
We definitely got to get out of here. We're a little late.
Oh, we got
to make sure we get the info out for the charity there.
Yeah, Terrell Owens promoting the Alzheimer's Association organization campaign. Now, the website is alz.org, alz.org, or terrellowens.com, TERRELLOWENS.com, and you can get all the information there. But, it's obviously a great cause, and, most of us have
Yeah,
somebody
definitely.
affected by it.
Yep. I mean, it is a great cause, and I'm very honored to be on the Alzheimer's Association board this year, and I'm a spokesperson for that. And it's really to kind of educate people on the realities of Alzheimer's. And like I said, me being involved is because I've been affected by a family member, and my grandmother is someone that's been very, very dear to my heart.
There you go. He said it all. Well, thanks for stopping by. We
Thanks for coming in.
appreciate it. Absolutely.
Not a problem.